you going to say? Are we going to have a...
Are we going to play the intro that I've made for the podcasts?
Yes. But we need a sick jingle. Like a dirty electric guitar or something playing.
Do you know what we should do in the future?
Right,
when
what?
we're recording the podcasts,
Okay.
we should also record them.
I was thinking that, but I haven't got a mains charger for my camera.
Because then they become
Vodcasts.
and they're good. Like if we bought one out a week or something like that.
We need a bigger room for it as
when
well.
we're in this.
Do you know what we could do?
What?
Could have a dual camera setup. I've got two cameras that are the same.
Like one on me.
One on you, one on me.
Yeah,
When we're in your room.
Yeah, we need one of both of us though.
Yeah, we just need a third camera. Where are we going to get one from?
We're not.
Gonna steal one.
I mean, £88 for an audio interface for something that we're not even started properly yet was enough. Then buying a nice camera that's going to get them both
I've got two. I'm getting a new camera. What am I on about? I'm getting a new camera in like July.
There we go then.
Say something off the top of your head. Go.
No.
Yeah. No.
Every time. No.
No, we need a bleep because otherwise people are just going to be like,
Wait. No. Okay, that's the clip.
No, you can't, we can't
That's the one.
We can't have you say no every
In fact,
time.
I'm gonna just label that.
No, don't label it. We can't have every time anyone swears in any of our videos ever. You just going, no.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I was.
Oh, for no sake. That'd be so funny.
I don't think we can do that.
We can do that, and we will.
Right. Okay. So let's say that in this podcast, big intro, 3, 2, 1, blah 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 blah. Duh, is a podcast. Do. Mad guitar. Ayo. Here we are.
That's the intro. Hello.
No, Ayo. I did an Ayo to signify that we'd started.
Right.
Right. Before we talk about any.
No.
Okay.
For
Sorry.
For podcasts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's airplane mode.
Okay.
In unprofessional.
Right, I'll have to do the intro again. Right, I'll do the intro again. Da-da-da-da. It's a podcast with two lads in a room. Pointless.
Plays.
Pointless. Plays.
Podcast.
Ayo. Okay. The AO signifies that we started. Like, that's not... Like, the intro happens.
Why? Can I ask why you did it again?
Because your
That
phone...
doesn't matter.
Because I don't want you to edit it out. I feel like we should just be able to go straight into it.
I wasn't going to edit it out.
Oh, okay.
It was going to stay in. In fact, both the intros are staying in.
Both the intros. Do
Yeah.
you want me to do a third one?
No.
Okay. 3 times a charm, usually, but...
Nah, 2 times.
Right, I want to prefix... Before we say anything, I want to prefix this podcast with 2 things. One, we're going to talk about what we're actually going to do in our lives on this channel.
Yeah.
In a second. But I'm going to prefix that prefix with the knowledge that I'm drugged up to my ear holes because I'm ill. So if I sound like I'm talking without the use of my nose, it's because I am.
I'm also doing the same thing. So for our first podcast, this is going well. We don't sound like we should sound, and we're both poorly.
I usually sound more like Barry White.
Yeah. I
It's
normally
true.
sound more like Michael Jackson.
What? So you're
I'm a lot higher normally,
like 2 octaves,
but not using the nose. It brings it right down.
purely a nasal speaker. Josh Tooth is.
Yeah, I am completely. In fact, I don't even speak through. I might. I don't know what you're laughing at. My actual vocal cords are in my nose,
Right.
so and I have a tongue in there as well.
As you do.
So when I speak, it comes out of there. It comes out of my nose normally, but now because my nose is blocked. I'm having to use my secondary speaker,
Your secondary speaker.
which is my mouth.
You've evolved past the point of needing of having one set of vocal cords. You've got 2.
Basically,
Why do you have a tongue in your nose? Can I ask?
because that's where I speak from. Could you speak without your tongue? Try and speak without your
Surely
tongue.
lips would be more important than a tongue.
Try and speak without your tongue.
Okay.
You said the easiest thing to do without a tongue.
I did it.
No, you didn't. You can't say D without a tongue.
You know all about D's and tongues, won't you?
I would because I've got 2.
What, 2 D's? I mean,
I've only got 1 D,
well,
but I've got 2 tongues. Sometimes it comes out.
Double the fun.
It just comes out nostril. This truly is the pointless podcast.
Wow. We've just spent how long?
Well, we're
20 minutes in.
we're not. We're a minute in.
We're longer than a minute. Counting those double intros.
We're 5 minutes in.
God, it's only been 5 minutes. Feels like I've been sat here years.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, it wasn't a slight against you.
I want some of my drink. I wonder if we can get this in. I really enjoyed that drink.
Right, just because...
It was a really nice, refreshing gulp of Coke.
To explain that laugh, there's a cut between him picking up the drink and him putting it down, and that cut in real life was about 20 minutes. For you, it was about... It wasn't even, you wouldn't have noticed.
Put this back on. 'Cause, it's...
Right.
Right, let's just start from here.
What about the double nose thing?
The double nose is still in. I mean, I just that little bit where we were repositioning the mic. Anyway,
Right.
what was on your itinerary list?
Right, so, first of all, there'll be this, which is the Pointless Podcast.
I'll tell you one thing that won't be on the the Pointless Plays YouTube channel.
And what's that, Josh Tooth?
That would be electrocution
For Josh Tooth.
for anyone.
I'm really pushing the idea to... Alright, I spent £40 on electrocution shock pads.
That was not my fault, and that was way before Pointless Plays.
But I knew I needed them in the future. I had a spiritual moment where I thought, I need these.
Could you do me a favour?
Yeah?
Keep talking.
Okay. So I had a spiritual moment when I said, I need these shock pads. And so I went and bought them. And they do electrocute you to the point that oh my god, that is a lot of noise. They do electrocute you to the point where it feels like you're holding onto an electric fence, which is fine. And I feel like it'd be hilarious if we did things with these electric shock pads. There's some more noise for Josh dropping stuff. He's just having a real good time rooting around for a pop shield that he can't find. Maybe it's in his drawers. Maybe it's in his wardrobe. That's
a good shout.
That is a good shout, isn't it? All he's found so far is a razor. Anyway, this electric shock thing. I feel like it'd be really funny to electrocute ourselves. Josh isn't so much for the idea, mainly because he's scared and a child and can't handle slight bits of pain. So what will be happening on the Pointless Podcast or videos, Pointless Plays videos even, is I will electrocute myself doing something at some point. Because it's hilarious. Providing you don't electrocute yourself for too long and pull a muscle. Or die, as Josh has rightly pointed out. He hasn't found the pop shield, and I can see a sense of disappointment on his face. Probably because I'm popping like mad.
Well, that was a big pop.
Oh, hey, Poparoo. Right, but yeah. So we will be. I'll be electrocuted. I don't know about Josh.
I will.
Maybe at some point he's going to man up.
I will not be electrocuted.
He's going to man up at some point.
Anyway.
All right.
So now we discuss what we're not having on the channel.
So what will be on the channel? That was the original point. We'll have this podcast, possibly the greatest podcast in the world. Some have said that fell on the floor. Some have said the greatest thing to happen to internet podcasting since it began. What else will be on the channel, Josh Tooth?
Well, I'm hoping eventually that this podcast will be a vodcast, which we discussed earlier.
For anyone who's not doesn't know the lingo of the internet, a vodcast is a podcast, but with visuals.
Well, if you were listening about
10 minutes ago,
5 minutes ago, you'll know that we were discussing cameras, and that's going to be another thing that's on the channel eventually. Other than that, I think it's just going to be weird things that happen when they happen, and challenges.
I don't think you can expect too much from us. I feel like
I think you've got a lot to expect from us.
Right, here's where
eventually.
Here's where me and Josh differ. I think expectations can lead you to ruin.
I think you need to expect things in life.
Definitely expect things. But
I'm expecting great things from
right,
us.
see, this is where we going wrong. You're going off the path of correction, Josh. expect things.
Callum.
Okay. No, hang on.
Callum. No.
Let me finish my point.
No, because your point is invalid.
Okay.
Let me tell you why.
Okay, go ahead.
You need to expect great things from yourself, or else the things that you produce won't be great.
Right. What I'm saying is, they should definitely expect stuff.
No.
No. Let me finish. We don't know what that stuff is yet. It's entirely possible we upload a video which is just 9 hours of us staring blank at a blank wall.
That could be a thing that happens, and I'm not going to say that you're
Would
wrong.
you consider that a great thing?
It depends.
On?
If I was in it or not.
Alright, so you're the standard on if it's going to be great or not.
I am greatness.
So if it's just me, it's not worth uploading.
Well, you're pretty good too.
I mean, that sounded patronising.
I'm not patronising you. You are pretty good. You are the second half of Pointless Plays.
I really hope.
At the end of the day.
I really hope the microphone picked up your little tongue waggle.
I did. I heard it in the headphones.
Good.
Yeah.
So I think what we're trying to say is.
What we're trying to say is.
All right, Admiral Akbar. What we're trying to say is.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. What we're trying to say is that we don't really have a schedule or a plan.
In fact, we're going to go weeks probably without posting sometimes.
Well, what will be a constant is this podcast.
Once a week?
Once a week.
We're going to commit now.
So that
once a week.
That means I've set myself this challenge now.
Yourself? Ourselves? We've set ourselves this challenge.
I know you could do it, but I'm just thinking about me.
Why wouldn't you be able to do it?
Tired or
Did you
something.
hear that little voice crack? Why wouldn't you be able to do it?
Getting scared. Josh, don't tear
I'm
off on the
scared.
microphone.
No, once a week, please.
No, so this is going to be once a week. Videos take more time because, I have to charge my camera and that takes time. And then we have to...
Eventually, videos we're hoping twice a day.
4 times an hour. We're only going to be doing Vines though. But no, they take longer to edit and just come up with ideas for.
Although, I think this is going to take pretty long.
I'm not editing it, so I don't mind.
That's still going to take a long time to edit, I reckon.
Either way, there's going to be stuff on this channel, stuff for you to come back to, and stuff worth subscribing for and dinging bells for. Would you not agree?
Clicking on the bell and notifying yourself of when we post would be a very clever idea.
Doctors have said it's beneficial for your health as well.
A podcast a day keeps the doctor away, as they say.
A podcast a week keeps the chiropodist out of money. So he can't feed his family. Chiropodist is a foot doctor as well. I don't know why I went with that one. If you've got manky feet, you need to go to a chiropodist.
Or watch a podcast once a week.
There's your 2 solutions.
Podcast a day keeps the doctor away. That's good. That's going in the jingle somewhere.
No, how long is this jingle? Is it going to be like a rap?
We'll find out.
5-minute rap.
That will also be great.
I mean, it's probably already made. We're talking about this jingle like as if we're going to make it, but...
I mean, I'm staring at logic.
Exactly. It's going to have been made by the time this gets released. They've already heard it. In fact, you know what? We should... that jingle was sick, wasn't it?
That was a really good jingle.
When those instruments get played.
And when that dinosaur happened...
You're going to plan on putting a dinosaur in the jingle now? You committed?
I don't know.
You're going to put a dinosaur roar in the jingle.
What? How does a dinosaur roar? They're supposed to be like birds. Have you not heard this?
I've heard that dinosaurs are like birds.
They were supposed to have feathers and make like not very loud noises.
Not all of them.
All of them.
Mate, do you know what else is a dinosaur? An alligator.
Does that make a big noise?
Yeah.
No.
Have you ever been eaten by one?
Have you?
No, but I've seen it.
It doesn't make a big noise.
I reckon they could... They roared.
You have never been roared at by an alligator. And that's the only evidence that you put on the table.
Do you know what other evidence I have?
What?
Jurassic Park, mate.
Jurassic Park dinosaurs don't have feathers.
All I'm saying is I reckon they roar. I've just noticed the tennis balls in the corner of the room.
Yeah. I play tennis.
Do you really?
Yes.
Since when?
I've played a lot of tennis.
With who?
My hardest contestant.
Competitor. I think was the word you were looking for there.
My hardest opponent.
Yeah.
Was James.
Right.
We had a full game of 3 sets, and I managed to just come out on top. But it was difficult. And he will. If you spoke to James about it, he'll say I cheated.
Because you cheated.
I didn't.
What did you do?
I won.
All right. Okay. Anyway, away from tennis.
You play tennis?
I used to.
Are you any good at tennis?
Probably not anymore. I used to have lessons.
I've got a mean forehand on me.
Right.
Like mean.
You would almost certainly murder me in tennis. Should we play squash instead?
I'm so good at squash.
I've never played
I've got
squash.
squash rackets over there.
Bedroom athlete, Josh Tooth.
I've also got a knife there for some reason.
Yeah, well, you can't do much sport with knife, can you?
Knife throwing.
Knife juggling.
That thing where you do.
That is scaring. That's scary.
That thing where you put the knife between your fingers on the table and really quick.
What's it called? Tic-tac-toe?
No, that's a child's game. Anyway, that jingle was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah, that jingle was sick.
And I want anyone that listens to tell us what you thought of the jingle in the comments. And if you really liked it or really hated it, subscribe and give us a like.
If you've got a family, subscribe.
If you are male, female, or in between, or not on the spectrum,
a good save.
or wherever you want to be,
if you're
subscribe.
Alive, subscribe. So, I feel like we covered a lot then. That was a lot of good information. Sandwiched with some real pointless information about tennis balls and squash.
Pointless play.
Hey.
Woo!
So I really wanted to talk about Year 6 discos.
You said this at McDonald's earlier.
I did.
But I told you not to speak about it because I wanted to have a initial reaction.
Okay.
By a microphone.
Right.
Because I think it's going to be funny.
Do you know what?
I think what you're about to say is going to make me laugh.
All I want to do is I sort of want to go through a Year 6 disco as it happens. Chronological order. Timeline.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I am now 21 years old.
I'm not yet. I'm 20. Nearly 21.
It was a long time ago since I went to a Year 6 disco.
Mate, we all remember the Year 6 disco though.
All I remember was that song about having the boots song.
Apple bottom jeans.
That's the one.
Boots with the fur. Isn't it weird how they mispronounce the word floor so much to make it rhyme with no? Like, that's stupid, isn't it? Anyway, point is, we all remember a Year 6 disco. First of all, item number 1 in the Year 6 disco is you had to have a flame shirt.
I didn't.
What?
I feel like
the flame shirt passed you by.
I feel like Tom Evans would have had.
I had a flame shirt. Mate, as in year 6, there was no item cooler. Well, I say year 6 in primary school. There was no item cooler than a flame shirt. You bust one of those out.
I never owned one.
Why?
I think I was beyond that. I was above my age.
What were you wearing to your disco?
Probably like a shirt.
All right, tiny. So you're one of those weird kids who wants to be like 40 already.
No.
Turn up with a briefcase.
I wear shirts now and I look trendy.
You're 21 now, though. It's different.
It's not different. When I was 10 and I was wearing a shirt, I looked cool then too.
I was wearing a shirt.
It just had flames on
It
it.
had flames on it, exactly.
Was it a short sleeve one too?
Mate, you don't get long sleeve flame shirts.
No.
They were always short sleeve flame shirts. What, do you not like short sleeve shirts?
No.
Really?
Oh no.
Any short sleeve shirt, you're out.
Like t-shirts, yeah, but not shirt. Like a work shirt with short sleeves. I think.
No, like a casual shirt.
Like what?
Like the ones I wear.
You don't wear shirts. You wear t-shirts.
Mate, I wore a shirt when we last went out. I was wearing a shirt, I think.
I don't think you were. I've never seen you wear a short sleeve t-shirt.
You have, because I've got pictures of me in a short sleeve shirt next to you.
But if you were, then don't.
Why? But it's a really nice shirt.
Yeah, but they're not cool. If you wanna have a shirt on, but not have the arms all the way down, you roll it up. But then you've got the option.
I have both.
Well, then you've got the option.
I've got options anyway.
You haven't.
When I wake up in the morning, I go.
Yeah, okay.
I have the option of short or long sleeve.
Okay, so you put a short sleeve on.
Yeah.
You go out. You're at uni.
Right.
So you're about an hour away.
Okay.
I'm a bit cold today.
I put my jacket on.
Oh, I forgot my jacket.
Oh, wait. No, you're just assuming that I'm an idiot.
No, that's not an idiot. It was a warm day when you left the house. You got on the train. You're fine. Nice, cosy. In my short sleeve shirt.
Flame shirt.
Got off the train. Oh, Sun's out. It's a nice day. Get to uni. It's a bit warm in there, so I'm so glad I wore this short sleeve shirt.
All of a sudden.
And then you get outside, and you're in the middle of Stoke. Rainy.
Hellish.
Grey Stoke, and it starts raining. Oh no. I forgot my jacket. I've got a tee. Short sleeve shirt on.
The point you're trying to make is that if it was raining, I'd be gutted that I didn't have a longer sleeve to my shirt.
You'd be gutted because you couldn't just roll the sleeves down and be warmer.
I don't think I would be warmer.
You would a bit.
Marginally.
Is that better than nothing?
But I wouldn't be thinking about it at the time. Listen,
Yeah, you would.
I feel like you should stop hating on short. Anyway, short sleeve shirts aside, item number 1 for your school disco was a flame shirt.
Okay.
Item number 2 that always happened was the tuck shop, mate.
At a disco?
Did you not have a tuck shop at your disco?
I didn't have a tuck shop at my disco.
Oh, mate. They'd crank that open halfway through the disco. They go, tuck shop's open. And you whip in there with your £2 that your mum's given you. And you buy up the most... Those, like, cheap 30p, like, bottles of, like, fizzy... Just... There's nothing good in those. It's just sugar.
Did you ever... Did your primary school have... Did they give you milk? What I'm trying to get to.
At what point in the day?
Just at some point, once a day, they crack open the milk
When
cartons.
when you're in the lower years, they do.
Oh no, they were still giving us milk in year 6. But like, I don't like milk.
You don't like milk?
No, I'm not just drinking it by itself. No, I don't like the taste of it. So, I was always the only child without a drink.
So
They didn't give me a substitute. There's not like... Nowadays, there'd be an inquest about that.
You could probably sue.
I probably could. There'd be the Daily Mail. Child died of thirst. School didn't
Offer substitute to milk.
Do you know what I mean? There'd be an inquest about that now.
I did used to get milk. And do you remember on the side of your milk carton, they've got those flappy bits, right, that you pull up?
And you always thought that you could open it and win a contest and win loads of milk?
Nah, it wasn't loads of milk. As at my school, you could win a trip to Disneyland if you had a certain colour of dot.
Yeah, I didn't like milk.
No, we've done that bit.
No. But I'm getting on to the point.
Okay.
I used to go and get a milk carton just so I could do the contest.
Right.
Yeah.
And you were saying that that's ridiculous.
It is silly. Like, yeah, but you are about 10. Well, I was when I was stealing milk cartons.
Yeah, but it was brilliant.
Yeah.
You crack your milk open. There was that element of excitement to milk. And when you're an adult, you lose that.
Like I say, I didn't like it.
Yeah, but you crack open a carton of milk now, you're not thinking, mate, there's a chance I'm going to Disneyland when I open this milk.
That's a good point.
I've lost that magic from milk. Milk is just nothing to me now. It's just another condiment.
Christmas is another thing that happens.
Oh, it's going to get deep here.
Because Christmas when you're a child is like the best time to be alive. Hello. if you believe in Christmas, of course. There are people that might be listening that don't believe in Christmas. And that's
Even
fine.
so, I feel like people who don't. Like, are you religious? We're not going to have this conversation now, this big one. I just need a yes or no answer.
Personally, no.
Okay. But you still, you don't have, you still celebrate Christmas. Well, I say celebrate.
I do, but some people don't.
You still do Christmas. Either way. What I'm saying is, it's fine.
But yeah, no. But, staying up all night thinking some big fat man's coming down your chimney. That's exciting as a child for some reason. But when you're an adult, 21 years old...
It's nothing, is it?
You're still worried a big fat man's coming down your chimney at Christmas.
It's just easier to steal your copper cables.
He's just here to steal your presents, not give you them. Sad times.
Did you find that with the Christmas just gone? That you didn't really care?
To be honest, oh my god, it sounds weird with one headphone off.
Anyway.
This Christmas, I was more excited about this Christmas than I have been for a while.
Why is that?
I don't know, to be honest. I think it's because I'm normally quite a greedy person.
I can vouch for that.
And normally, I demand presents. like
Yeah.
certain presents. Well, I say demand. I ask for. I don't go in with my knife. Give me this.
Stop waving that knife around in their face.
That's not really what I do, but it's more this year I didn't ask for anything because I was 21. I thought there's nothing I really want,
Right.
and I was well excited about what I was going to get.
I had the opposite to that. My parents paid for me to go to New York with my uni.
Oh yeah, but
But that means they were like, "You're not going to have anything on the day." I was like, "That's fine. I'm going to New York." And it is fine in November when you say that. It's like, "Yeah, I'm going to New York. It's okay." And then you get to Christmas Day and you're like, well, you get to Christmas Eve and you're like, "Oh man, everyone's going to be opening presents. I'm going to be sat there with like the idea of going somewhere." And the irony is, the first time I tried to go there, the weather was so bad I didn't even get there. So all I got for Christmas, effectively, was a 5-hour coach ride to Heathrow Airport.
But did you have fun on that 5-hour coach ride?
No.
Well, you did, because on the 5-hour coach ride, you thought, I'm about to go to New York.
No, on the 5-hour coach ride, I thought, man, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. This driver is blasting his dubstep playlist when all I want to do is sleep. Also, he's got the air conditioning cranked up to minus 40. When I went to New York, actually, the second time I tried to go to New York, about 3 weeks later, and I was there, mate, my lips got so chapped. Honestly, it got to the point where I couldn't smile on the last day. I looked like a horror villain though with that split.
And the thing with, you take for granted having normal lips. You do. And I'll tell you why.
Right,
Because
normal lips.
right now, all I'm wishing for is normal lips. Every time I smile, every time I talk, it hurts. It's like having a blocked nose. You take for granted having a clear nose.
Yeah, you do.
And then when it's blocked, you're like, oh, God, I need this back.
How am I going to breathe?
Oh, that's bad. But yeah, chap lips are the worst.
But yeah, Christmas, anyway.
That was loud.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Peak that.
That was louder.
Because I did it on purpose. Oh, I'm kicking my mic. Yeah, so my Christmas was even less magical than usual.
But I bet New York was good.
For the first 2 days it was, and then after that I was just like, man, I'm sick of being in New York. Because
you
right,
are such a pessimistic
no,
person.
right, because here's the thing. New York's great, but in short, I went to France, I went to Clermont Film Festival, and I was like, wow, I really want to travel some more after I came back from there. I came back from New York and I was like, God, I'm not rushing back to New York. Purely because it's nice for a few days when you're there, but it is so touristy, it just gets tiring.
I feel like if we'd have gone together.
There was no nightlife. And I was only 20.
There's no nightlife where we live.
There is, mate.
Come on.
Oxygen. Come on down before 11 o'clock, get your free stamp.
If we were in New York, we'd have a good time. For more than 2 days.
It just gets tiring in New York, and there's no quiet, and it's always there's a massive homeless problem in New York, and you do so much walking. New York's a huge place.
Why didn't you get more taxis?
Taxis are so expensive. You don't get taxis. You get subways.
Why didn't you get more subways?
Because I had a finite amount of money. And I wanted to spend it on reckless stuff like going up towers and stuff.
Okay, so if you went again, would you take more money with you?
Probably, yeah.
Do you know what'd be a really good thing to be able to put on this channel?
What?
Travel videos. If we could go somewhere interesting, like abroad.
Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Apparently it's really nice there.
But anywhere, I think that'd be interesting. Like some time-lapsey travel videos out of a window.
Yeah.
All that sort of stuff.
Out of a window.
You know what I
Never
mean,
leave
though?
the hotel.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But New York.
And plane takeoff shots
Okay.
out the window.
Yeah.
Just mainly out the window stuff.
All out of windows.
Yeah.
Josh famous for never actually going outside.
Yeah. Well, I had to get into the plane, didn't I?
No, you go straight from the car door into straight from the door into a car.
Straight from the car into the plane.
Yep.
Straight from the plane to the hotel. It lands outside the hotel.
Josh has to drive a car through airport security. Always shuts the metal detectors off.
Are we gonna have some music on under this?
No.
Very quietly.
No.
Now.
No. I want
for times where it's
every time there's silence, I want to hear that no sound from earlier.
no, that's not happening.
No.
That's not
I'll
happening.
repeat until one of us says something again. So if there's a big pause,
No. 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 No.
and then when I start talking again, it stops. Yeah, that'll be sick.
Some people might think that's edited.
But those people would be wrong.
Or would they?
You'll never know.
You'll never know.
You'll never know.
You'll never know. No.
Your
No.
voice cracked again.
I know.
You'll never know.
It didn't crack.
It did a little bit. New York, I feel like if we went, I'd rather go somewhere like, if I'm going to America, I want to go to like California.
I'd love to go to California.
California.
I've been a lot of places and I've never been to America. I'd love to go anywhere in America.
They cannot say my name there, which is really annoying.
They could probably say my name.
Josh? Yeah, they can't say
Hi,
my
Josh.
Hey, Callum. It's a C, not a K.
Hey, Callum.
Hey, Callum. Yeah, maybe we'll do travel videos. Look out for next week, a video of us in LA.
Yeah. I've got 2p.
That's my 2p,
I
actually.
haven't got 2p.
That I gave you to screw my mic into
I
the
haven't
mic
even
stand.
got 2p.
It's got
We're not going to LA next week.
unless they take tennis balls as a currency.
I've only got 3 of them. I need at least 1 to play.
So you're only willing to give up 2.
I'll trade 2 for 2 tickets. And a hotel.
Luckily, the person selling the tickets is really into tennis.
Like, extremely. Anyway, we went well off topic there.
What were we talking about? Christmas?
No.
New York?
No, these were both tangent topics.
Okay, what was the original?
Year 6 discos.
Alright, okay. The second one was the tuck shop.
Yeah, how'd we get on to?
Listen, let's do a question. If there was like a timeline of like going along, there's the base timeline and there's bits coming off it. It's just like... Do you
It's
remember-
like, well, our podcast is like Back to the Future. It's all
our
over the place.
podcast is like when you're on PowerPoint
Yeah.
back in school and you have to you find out what custom transitions are on slides and images, and there's that free draw one where you take your mouse, you draw like squiggles.
And you just, yeah, that's what it's like.
That's our podcast.
It eventually gets to where it needs to be going.
But there's not a straight line. And sometimes it ends up off the page by accident and you're like, you're in your presentation thinking, should I check that really?
Damn.
Should I use a star wipe instead?
Fold up.
Should I use page flip?
Or should have just gone with the classic fade to black?
Should have just gone with the classic dissolve instead of this crazy thing I'm using. But anyway, year 6 discos, where was I? Tuck shop was second. Third, the cha-cha slide.
Slide to the left.
That was a classic.
Slide to the right. Grizz grass. Anyway.
It was just a good time, wasn't it? You're balling out your mind because you got your sick flame shit on. You're chugging on the finest 30p blue liquid. I would call it its real name, but I'm pretty sure it's just chemicals. And it's just giving you the biggest sugar rush ever. It is like being an adult when you're tiny. And they've replaced all of the hard drugs and alcohol with fizzy pop and sherbet.
I'm just going to do a quick disclaimer there.
Yeah?
We don't.
Well, I mean, we don't do hard drugs.
Or alcohol.
That's not true.
I've never drank.
You've never drank a drop in your life?
Never.
If this was a vodcast, I would grab that decanter from up there.
There isn't one.
There is one.
All that is a stormtrooper head. I don't know what you're speaking.
Why has it got a cork in the top?
Just in case you want to uncork his head.
Just in case you ever wanted to cork a stormtrooper.
Every time he's ordered by Captain Phasma to do something, I suppose he gets some stress up there, so he uncorks.
Uncorks his head, lets that stress flow. Let the stress flow through you.
Jesus Christ, what has this turned into? What have you been doing over the last week?
Dying?
Fair enough.
Because I came back from New York when did I come? I came back like a week, just a week and a half ago is when I got back.
Mm.
As soon as I got back, I got ill. And then, I came back, I had about half a week, then we went out and didn't drink any alcohol whatsoever.
No.
None was drank. Well, no, we didn't go out that week, did we? I don't really know what happened, to be honest, Josh. I'm in like a weird time loop. But what I've done basically is nothing, because I've had a horrible chest infection, which is why I sound a bit like an idiot at the minute. My voice sounds really weird.
That's why I'm speaking through my secondary talker.
Yeah, it's why I'm not using my nose to talk.
Yeah.
What have you been? Have you been up to anything that's interesting?
I was in Birmingham yesterday.
I'm gonna let me act like I don't know why you're in Birmingham. Oh, really? Why were you in Birmingham, Josh? Too? For
I was with
Telford.
I was with my band.
Oh,
The Raiders.
who are they?
Check us out on Facebook at Band the Raiders.
You don't have to.
You do. We were recording a new song, as it happens.
Do you know what? I do know about that. Because, one, you told me.
Yeah.
Two, I'm doing the music video for it.
You only knew about it literally an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, but I knew the song existed
Yeah, you
before
did.
then. Because I've got to make the music video for it.
You do. And hopefully it's going to be good.
But is that it? You've just been recording band stuff?
I had a gig as well, but that's not very interesting.
I'd say that's more interesting than recording the song.
I wouldn't say that because it wasn't a very interesting gig.
Where was it?
It was just it was like a private party. So it wasn't. They're very boring.
Because there's no atmosphere.
There was quite a bit of atmosphere because everyone was very drunk.
Again,
So
we don't. Well, I condone the use of alcohol. Josh
I
doesn't.
condone it.
You've never done it.
Just never done it.
Okay. That's not true. So why private parties dead for gigs?
Just because you can't be very loud for one.
Right.
You've got to be quite quiet, especially where we were. And I don't know, you're not playing to. I mean, it was a 50th birthday party, and
So you're playing exclusively stuff that happened before 2000.
well, no, we play a lot of stuff still. So we played loads of stuff last night, Saturday night, but
Twister, Cluedo, Boggle.
it's just not very fun. It's just not very fun. We played a gig in Liverpool.
Yeah.
That was very good because you're hitting your demographic there. You're hitting your demographic.
The Raiders demographic is exclusively Liverpudlians and no one else.
That's exactly what I meant.
They have a real hard time outside of the Liverpool area.
That's the best gig we've ever done. Liverpool, we sold 40 tickets,
Oh, that's nearly half a room.
which is good because I mean the venue capacity was only 200,
Oh, so
So-
it's not even half a room.
and we were on first, so that's the worst slot you can have because it was our first time in Liverpool, and we sold. It was just under the headline.
Yeah, but that's because your demographic's Liverpool people.
Yeah,
You're
they just didn't know it until we started selling tickets.
you're like, oh, all of our songs are Liverpool based, and then Alex, the lead singer, comes out and goes, like.
He doesn't actually. He just goes, great.
That's
That's all he does. But an interesting fact about where we were in Liverpool, about 10 steps away from us was where the Beatles did their first ever gig.
Oh wow.
And not the Cavern. Because
Okay.
a lot of people think that was where they did their first gig, but it
Okay.
wasn't. I forgot the name of the actual venue.
Oh, good knowledge.
But yeah. We're 44 minutes in.
Yeah, podcasts are usually about an hour.
I know, I'm just telling you. Just a time code.
Okay. Listen, I don't think we don't need to rubber stamp an end to this just yet.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm only just getting into my flow.
It's good to.
Update, I finished my coffee from earlier. I'm now on the orange juice, like a madman.
I finished my Coke a long time ago. Coca-Cola.
And he said he doesn't use hard drugs. What a liar.
Oh, no.
Never meet your role models, kids.
It was Coca-Cola.
It was Coke.
It wasn't cocaine.
That's a thing that happened in New York, actually. Did I tell you about that?
Yeah, you did.
The street performers in Times Square, they'll sell you comedy tickets, and you can't see me now, but I'm doing air quotations, like comedy tickets, because they'll be like, "Hey guys, comedy club," and then you go over and you go to buy some, again air quotations, comedy tickets, and he just whispers basically in your ear, just goes, "Do you want to buy some cocaine?" I personally was shocked. I was here for comedy. It turns out the guy who was trying to upsell us cocaine was also selling comedy tickets as well, and I got them for free. And he asked.
He gave you free. Why?
Just because with comedy clubs in America as well, the rule is you have to, even if you buy the ticket, when you're in there, you have to buy 2 drinks.
You have to.
Yes.
Why?
So they make money.
Surely they're making money on tickets they sell.
Yeah, but you make more if you demand
more.
people spend more money.
They make more if you force them to buy drinks.
So he was like, "Oh, you can have a free ticket. You just got to spend. You got to buy 2 drinks." I was like, "Oh, okay." I never went to the comedy show. Because frankly, it just didn't interest me.
Sorry, I was just checking my phone. Ultimate professionalism.
Really committed to what I have to say there.
Yeah,
Josh
no,
goes,
sorry.
zones out and checks his phone.
What What other topics did you have to talk about? Did you have any more to talk about?
I don't think
You said you had a schedule.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, that was my schedule. It was intro. What we're going to do on this channel. Year 6 discos.
30 amazing new ideas for podcasts.
Oh, no, we're not doing this yet.
Let's see how bad they are.
Okay.
Podcast Away. A podcast where I silently befriend a volleyball.
Alright, just for context for people who aren't in the room with us currently, what Josh has done is he's searched in Google podcast ideas and clicked the top website, which is 30 great ideas for podcasts. And that volleyball one was the number one idea.
HoQuest? I don't know.
HoQuest?
HoQuest. That was loud.
Sorry.
A podcast where we visit each of the area codes in which Ludacris has hose.
As in the rapper Ludacris.
Where the rapper Ludacris has hose. These aren't very good ideas for podcasts.
I don't think we can do these.
Podcasts. A podcast where I interview people in full body casts.
What put you in this big cast? I was hit by a bus and I lost my family.
Podcats. A podcast where I interview cats about their favourite cats.
Josh, why are you reading this?
I just want to know the person that wrote this.
Sure.
This is the title of this one. We need to talk about Kevin.
I've seen that film.
We need to talk about that.
Have you seen We Need to Talk About Kevin?
No, I haven't.
Do you want to talk about it?
We can do.
Okay, so We Need to Talk About Kevin is about a kid who's...
Oh, we need to talk about...
No, that's the name of the podcast.
We need to talk about Kevin.
Okay, We need to talk about Kevin.
Yeah.
And because We Need to Talk About Kevin is a film about a kid who's a bit of an arsehole.
Right.
He's an horrible child. And then he grows up to... he gets really interested in archery when he's older. And then just one day, rolls up into his school, locks all the doors with bite locks, and archery's pit all the school. It's like a Robin Hood school shooting.
We need to talk about Kevin. Why is it called We Need to Talk About Kevin?
Because that's what she says to her husband when the kid's like a baby and he's being a bit of an arsehole. Like that kid goes into this mom's got a room where she's like her favourite room that she does she's posted loads of travel pictures because she used to love to travel. That kid goes in there and just paints over it all. Or something like that. That kid is an arsehole. That is devil child. Devil child.
Let's stop talking about We Need to Talk About Kevin now.
Good film review. Quickly though, what would you give it out of 10? Not I haven't seen it.
I'd give it a solid 4.
Okay, I give it a 6.
Fair enough. Anyway, number 6 on this is I wonder what that was about. That being in capitals.
Okay.
A podcast where I read the guest random tweets while off mic, and all the listeners here is their response to the tweet. That might actually be quite funny.
No, wouldn't it should be a room full of people going, wow?
No. I read you a tweet.
Yes, and I can't hear what you're reading.
And it's your reply to the tweet, but without any context. That might be quite funny.
It'd just be weird. It'd just be awkward to listen to.
Might be quite funny though.
It'd be like half...
Well, no, because if you know the context of the podcast, but not the context of the post, it will be quite funny. And you've got to guess.
Don't expect that from Pointless Podcasts.
No, it's just...
Sorry.
We're not doing that. Unless you all want it, and then we might be able to do it.
I won't bend. I won't budge on this one.
Yeah, you will. If all of our fans...
What, all 3? Mate, we got 3 subscribers. At the time of recording, we have 3 subscribers. One of those is me. One of those is someone we know. The other one is a mystery.
Oh, I love mysteries.
Right. Okay, good.
You laugh a lot, don't you?
Is there
Is
a
it just
problem?
because I'm funny?
It's just because I'm happy.
Good. I'm glad you're happy. All of my very best vomits. A podcast where I discuss and analyse the ins and outs of every single time I've thrown my guts up.
Right, that's actually a good topic of conversation. Forget this terrible website.
Vomits?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Have you vomited during... I was going to say during sex, though, but that isn't what I wanted to ask at all.
It's not.
There was no... Right.
But I haven't...
Have you... Okay. Me neither. At all, ever.
I'm not going to ask.
Honestly.
I'm not asking.
Now, have you vomited due to the effects of alcohol?
Yes.
When was the last time?
When I did that. That being a cut on my hand.
Okay.
Um,
Can you recount the tale for me?
yes. I'd had about 9 shots of double vodka
Which equates to 18 shots of vodka.
over the past, I'd say within 2 hours.
Okay.
That's a lot of vodka.
Okay.
And we got into a nightclub,
Yeah.
which was at the time called Pussycats. And the person that was buying said double vodka shots
Right.
went and bought me another one.
Okay.
And I sipped on it, put it down my throat, and when it hit my lungs area, my body was like, not again. And then it come back.
In the middle of the club.
No, I ran. I ran to the toilet.
So it's travelling down your lungs as you're running to the toilet.
No. I think I managed to keep it in my mouth.
All right. Gross.
Yeah, you asked. But yeah,
It's because drunk stories are amazing. Like, I've only ever thrown it once from being drunk.
that's probably the only time I've ever thrown up from being drunk.
Mine was incredibly embarrassing though. But to other people, that story's probably like hilarious. So I did 16 shots of vodka in 5 minutes, which is 1 hour and 55 minutes less than you took to do yours. And when you drink that level of alcohol in that short amount of time, it is almost like the world starts to go a bit slower. And I travelled through every stage of drunkenness in the subsequent 5 minutes, to the point until I ended up in the toilet vomiting. Now, the rest of that day, all I'd eaten was pepperami sticks. Josh is just rubbing his pop shield. The rest of that day, I was only eating pepperami sticks. So my throw up was brown sludge.
Your upchuck.
My upchuck. My body.
So let's stop because that's vile.
Hang on, I'm getting to the real top notch joke of this story. So I'm there being sick, casual drunkenness, and then in walks the rest of the house party. This is when I'm at uni. In walks the rest of the party, all the flat members, all of my friends, and one of them decides they really need the toilet.
Oh no, I remember this.
Yeah. So, long story short, he couldn't get into the other toilets, so he had to go into the one that I was currently propped up on, vomiting, and just had to go, did he? So he
No.
on my head. And just because embarrassment can't stay in that room, it has to travel outwards. It was videoed, and people saw it.
I didn't. I've never seen this video.
Lewis Wright videoed it.
Has he got the video?
Possibly.
Lewis, if you're listening,
Subscribe.
subscribe, and then I want to see the video.
It was one of the worst things of my life.
I imagine it being hilarious. Absolutely.
Well, if you'd have turned up earlier, you'd have
Hilarious.
seen it, wouldn't you?
Turned up earlier?
You were going out that night, if you
Yeah, I
remember.
know. I turned up right on time.
I didn't,
No, you didn't at all.
because I never made it.
No, you didn't.
Being drunk's funny though, isn't it?
It can be, unless you have it. Unless you're being on, I suppose.
Unless there's urine involved. Although, isn't it weird that when you're drunk, that like having a wee with your friends seems like a really great idea? Do you know what I mean? Like, when you're drunk and someone says, I'm going to the toilet, there's almost like a sense of camaraderie when you go, yeah, me too. And usually I have to lean up against the wall with my head on the wall because I can't stand up straight.
The toilet, I find when you're drunk, is the place that you find out how drunk you are. Do you know, you could be going through the whole night and you're just in the zone, you're like in the party zone.
Yeah.
The atmosphere's going.
Party zone.
You're pumping.
I think it's my phone. Yeah.
You go in like you go. And then you're like, oh, I need my FFP.
Your FFP?
First fail. No.
Right.
And you're like, oh, you coming with me or whatever. Or you could go by yourself.
Yeah.
You get there, you're having a
No.
and you're like, oh God.
No. Right. For me, I've had the
No.
and then I turn around to go wash my hands and I look in the mirror. And then I see, because when you're drunk as well, you think you look great. At all times you think you look.
I do look great.
You don't when you're really out of it.
I do.
So when I look in the mirror and I see myself, first of all, I see myself, but I'm also like, my head is wobbling backwards and forwards like I'm a bobblehead. And then I see just how dead I look. My hair's a mess. My shirt's probably like, my short sleeve shirt is probably like unbuttoned, like in random places and stuff.
My hair seems to say quite... I mean, there's that picture of us. I look like I'm not drunk.
I look awful in that picture.
But I look like I'm not drunk. I'm not saying I look good, because... I mean, I do look good. I look good. But I don't look drunk. And I think that's what I look like a lot of the time, unless I'm like 18 shots of
I feel like
down.
It's because we're very different drunk people. You seem to be quite a high functioning alcoholic, whereas I am a far more basic drunk person. You bow to peer pressure a lot quicker. To be fair, so do I.
It's not bowing to peer pressure. I just think that when someone tells me to do something funny, I think that would be funny too. So if someone goes, do this, I'm thinking, you're a genius, because that's going to be hilarious. It's more that.
There was that one night when I was so drunk that and you were wearing, all of my friends, including Josh, were wearing ripped at the knee jeans. And I wasn't. And I thought it'd be a good idea to let you take keys, your house keys to the... Do you remember this?
I do, yeah, I didn't try. I didn't join.
I had about 3 people around my one leg. You didn't even rip them. They didn't rip them. They just ruined my jeans. They just scuffed it enough to make it look awful. So now they're not ripped and they're not ripped.
You need to rip them then, don't you?
But it's too late. I think I threw them away.
Why would you do that?
You seem so concerned.
Well, yeah, because that's a piece of history.
I don't think I'm going to need to show that to anyone. Like my kids.
I suppose.
Here, kids, this is the pair of jeans I wore that time I let someone rip them apart. A few more quick things of note.
Go.
If you know us personally, subscribe.
And if you don't know us personally, subscribe.
Okay, that was it. That was all I wanted to say.
Okay, sweet.
Do you want me to do an outro jingle?
Well,
I did the intro.
I'll just say on a level, if you did enjoy it, give us a like. If you didn't enjoy it, give us a like. If you didn't enjoy it, give us a like, but then tell us why.
Actually, I'm against that. If you didn't enjoy it, give us a like and then keep your comments to yourself.
No, on a level. Tell us what you did and didn't like, and we can improve and make this better for people that are going to listen in the future. And we'd really appreciate that. So give it a like, give it a subscribe.
Ding the bells
So you get notified when we're uploading. And I've been Josh. I will see you later.
I have been Callum, and I might see you later, depending on how I feel after this cold.
He's going to see you later. We've been Pointless Plays.
Outro jingle. Today it's Pointless Plays. Heyo!